Hi, in this video, get the rear suspension sorted out on the Tadpole and the rear brakes as well. At least I think so. So, join me and I'll show you how I did it. Come on there. I put what I call a fish plate or a well, that's what we generally term them. So it's got a plate which I've welded all the way along the sides. I've ground it flat on the sides. I've left the welds along the top there. They're not the prettiest, but they're definitely functional. So there we have that. That produces a really strong joint just there, which I really quite like. Alright, okay, I've made up these plates, a matching pair. I've ground a chamfer on the outside edge so we can get the weld to go in. These are made out of 1/8 inch steel plate. It's got an aluminium packer in there, just shy of 1 inch. It's 25mm. So my plan is I'll tack weld each of the corners, and then I'll buzz the weld to the centre on each side and buzz the weld down from the top to the centre, and that'll be the shock mount on the spine. Well, there we go, there's the bracket with my my weld on there, and yeah, there's the shock mounted. It's seems pretty so well set up. I'm quite happy with that. Quite a high amperage weld, mainly laid into the 1/8, but going across to the 1.5mm box. But I wanted to spread it right out to the edge here, so hence quite a large fillet right out to the edge, so it's not putting too much distortion if I hit a big bump bending the box section. It wants to carry through to that edge. Yeah, I've done that on both sides. So that's that. Next stage for me, I think, is going to be chopping around on that. Here we go. I've just going to grind this back. There'll be these little pit bits that are going to be here from the weld. We'll get rid of the spatter there. But effectively, that's roughly what we're going to have. It's a large packing piece, and then this. I will just run a bead of weld into those corners there, if I can get the nozzle in with the welder, which yeah, I can do that. Oh, there we go. This lot's all welded up. Doesn't look too bad, and I've drilled through using the pillar drill to get that vertical compared to this. So mounted that on the bed of the pillar drill and then drilled down through from there. So there we go. Next stage is to work out where I've got to cut it. Okay, so I've made the cut. So you'll see this is sort of parallel. I've got just enough there to make up the lugs for the shock absorber, and I'll mount the pulley. This is the bottom of the chain, so I placed a chain here a minute ago. I've worked out that I should be okay for clearance there, and I'll mount this as high as I can, the pulley, so this chain is as high as it is to give as big as clearance as we can to that bit there. But I think we're okay. Okay, I've clamped a long length of the plain box section along the side, and I've just spot welded the joint. That way everything is kept dead straight up the line there. I'm now going to weld the top. I'll turn it over and I'll try to weld in that narrow beak. I don't think I'm going to have a huge amount of success in there. And then I'll do halfway down each side and then the other half of each side, just to keep everything balanced so it doesn't pull it all out of line. So I'm leaving that weld there. Seems to be a nice weld. We're okay down here. Nothing bad. All looking pretty good, really. That's this bit on. Somewhere about here will be a pivot for a pulley. There'll be a gusset plate probably going over that anyway. This is a triangular piece I put in. I just couldn't get into that corner to weld it, so I put this piece of box section in to act as a compression piece. So it doesn't have to be particularly well welded, to tell you the truth. It's just got to take on the compression. So there we go. Getting a bit closer to the back end being sorted. Well, they're the two lugs which I've made up to go onto the swinging arm. Notice I put an undercut in there so I can weld. I'm just going to be welding from the outside because I'm not going to be able to get into the gap in between. But yeah, they should do the job. Well, there we have it. The lugs are on. The shock absorber is in position. It's roughly horizontal. Looks quite good, actually. So that's all dealt with. So really all I've got left on this section here is I've got to make up the brackets to deal with the brake caliper. Once I've done that, I can strip all the paint off this back end bit, prime it up, and well, it'll be ready for paint. I haven't bought any paint yet, but you know, I'm quite happy with the way that's gone. It's sort of dressed in quite nicely, and it appears to work. It's moving, not a lot, but it moves. Well, there we have the tyre onto the electric hub rim. I've put the cassette on. So that's looking reasonably good, and a brand new disc. So that's I believe it's sort of like a sort of semi-floating disc that it's got there. It just helps keep everything sort of lined up a little bit. That's the rear wheel ready for fit. And just to sort of finish off the back end here, I've welded on 2 tags to allow cables to run up to here for the brakes. I've welded this tag on here so that we've got the brake caliper fitted, and yeah, so that all sort of works as it should do. So we're cooking on gas, because I've used one of the mudguard mounting points there to actually mount the caliper, and as you can tell, it was just out enough that I had to put in 3 thin washers to pack it up, so that the caliper didn't rub on the edge of the disc. But that was successful. There's a gap here because it's all been set up for having a classic dropout for the derailleur to go onto, which sort of bolts through there. It'll all be great fun. I'll get that, so I won't get this lot painted or do anything to it until I've got that bracketry and and the derailleur to go along with it. And then, hey, that'll be done. So what I'm going to do while I'm waiting and thinking and contemplating all that a lot is I think we'll go forward and start messing about with front pivots for the front wheels, the front wheel mount kingpins, for the want of a better word. Get that area done and dusted. So for this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you keep fit and well, and we'll be back another day. Bye now.